I'm sorry.
Protect my titty. Please. Please, Sarah.
I will.
To claim her treasure, the adventurer, Lara Croft, must outwit the king.
Outwit the king? I think the king might have something to say about that.
My loves, will you hold still for a second?
Yes, my white queen. One.
Can I see?
Of course. There's you, and me, and your dad. Where are we? Hawaii.
With this key and the silver box, we can remake the world. Without weakness, cruelty.
If you had that power, what would you do?
My brave girl, who is not expecting a jaguar attack.
Where shall we go next for our real adventure? I hear the Antarctic is lovely this time of year.
Dad.
Oh no, well then perhaps the salt flats of Utah.
Oh, Richard.
I know where we're going.
You do?
Hawaii.
Oh yes, yes, that could be really nice. Well, in that case.
Goodbye, Mom. Goodbye, Dad.
No. You're my research assistant.
Oh, yes, you're quite right. I'm sorry, Mom. I almost forgot myself.
I request that you bring me to the museum.
Well, I think that can be arranged, and by your new schedule.
When the catastrophes come, the god Kukulkan must be sacrificed to power the sun. Otherwise, the world dies.
Sacrifice a god?
The sacrifice is my duty. But if my training fails me, the Crimson Fire will guide me and hold me to my promise.
I like this world. It's not perfect. But everything I love now is in it.
After today, the eclipse will no longer represent us. We keep the sun, but you remove the shadow.
Protect my titty. Please. Please, Sarah.
I will.
Unuratu. My mother, a warrior, a rebel, a queen. She will be venerated for generations. I miss you. Now, we will heed her spirit to reunite Paititi.
Thank you.
So I'm head back to Kwakyaku tomorrow.
Really? Missing the jungle? Off in search of the elusive fish tree?
Abby and I are headed to the coast for a few days.
I'm glad.
What about you?
I think I'll stay here for a while longer.
And restore a few more artifacts?
I don't know.
So what will you do?
I don't know. Etzli will help me figure it out. He'll let me know what Paititi needs to rebuild.
Wow.
I'm done searching. I want to be around the living.
All right.
Don't you have to pack or something?
Now you are stuck with me till tomorrow.
You're welcome to stay as long as you wish, Lara. Safe travels, Jonah. Once Paititi is restored, perhaps I can join you and learn more about the world beyond Paititi.
Anytime. You just say the word. You too, Uchu?
If he wants to.
So, Jonah, Lara tells me you have a girlfriend.
Uh,
We will come to the wedding.
wait, whoa.
Etzli, why don't you show me the plans for the new town?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I hated this game. I'm about to just say that right now. I like Tomb Raider, the first one of this series, not like the first actual game of Tomb Raider, but the first one of this exact series with that Lara Croft. I liked because, like, for one, my main problem, I'm gonna tell you right now, is not being able to save. So whenever I fucked up, you would have to. I don't want to show deaths. That's one thing I'm gonna tell you guys right now. Whoever's watching, I don't want to show me dying at any point. So that's why a lot of times I had to cut up the clips. I had to cut up the ending because the boss got the upper hand at me, or you know, the guy got the upper hand at me at the end because there's a boss fight at the end. Obviously, you know how these games are. And him and his dudes, they took me out. And it pisses me off that I cannot save at any point at the campfires. Why there is no saves is beyond me. I can understand if, hey, if you played on a harder difficulty or very hard difficulty, you only had to rely on those autosaves, but I didn't get the opportunity or choice to save, and that pisses me off to no avail. I hate games that don't have a manual save. Unless I choose a hard-ass difficulty, then yeah, give me, that'd be forced options to only rely on autosaves. I don't want my entire game to be autosaved all the way to the end. I want to be able to look good for you guys, for anyone who's watching. But yeah, I couldn't. There's nothing I could do about that with this game, and that's why I hated this game so damn much. Another reason why I hate this game is because it's like a trial. It's like something. I heard someone say this about another game. I forget the name. I'm not gonna say the name of the person, but it's a trial and error type game that you only have one time to fuck up. Like you can't slightly mess up and try to save yourself. Like in Uncharted, like sometimes if you fall, you can kind of catch yourself and you fix that. You can't. You're not gonna just die if you just make the wrong choice. In this game, if you jump to the wrong area, or sometimes if you even over jump over on the side of a cliff, like if you're climbing on the side, you will fall to your death, and that will fuck up your recording. Like if you were trying to do a playthrough where you don't die, this game is the worst game to pick. You will die every time. This is kind of like I never played it, but I've seen people play it. It's Dark Souls or something like it, like where if you die, if you try to, like, you think you're gonna get through this game without dying at least once, you're wrong. You're going to fall, or you might even get killed. There was this one quick time event where I had to stop the Jaguar, or this one of the Jaguars, from killing me because I had to hit triangle or whatever, and yeah, I had to. I thought I had to wait till the circle get to like the center, like, or right to the middle where the the triangle was, and I was wrong. You had to hit it outside that little tiny circle instead of hitting it inside, because I'm used to Spider-Man where you had to wait. The new Spider-Man game, you have to wait till that circle gets to the inside, the inner circle, the little tinier inner circle, and you press the button and it'll automatically do the quick time event. This is not the case, and I died at that point. I died so many times from falls that it's just, it's ridiculous. It's a trial and error type game. I sometimes got confused and where I was supposed to jump and died, and I hate that. So honestly, I would have to rate this game I have to rate this game a 2 out of 10. This game was very horrible. The graphics were low par. The lip sync was way off. The lip sync was horrible. It was awful. They didn't even try to work on the lip sync and the graphics. The graphics looks the same as Rise of the Tomb Raider. Rise of the Tomb Raider was the second one before this one. The first one before the Rise of the Tomb Raider actually have saving mechanics. I guess the developers were too fucking lazy to implement saving into the damn game. So it's just you have no saves. They're so fucking lazy. They didn't want to put manual saves in the game and just only rely on auto saves. I hate that so much. You have to implement manual saves for people who want to manually save a point and maybe come back and redo something. You can't even do that with this game. This game is hot garbage. I don't recommend it to nobody. It's at least in Wildlands, and I hate that game the most, you could save manually. You cannot save manually in this fucking game. And I'm not going to say this game is worse than Wildlands, because it's not. Wildlands is a snore fest. It's the same missions over and over and over again. Hated that game. Wildlands, Ghost Recon Wildlands is the worst game you can get. I know sometimes I bring that game up. That game I have nightmares about. I hate Ghost Recon Wildlands. But this game was just, a hot mess. It was a hot mess, and they really should have, put more effort into this. I would actually go as far as saying as Assassin's Creed Origins was better than this. Assassin's Creed Origins at least had manual saves, but the missions weren't that interesting. And you can go back to that video at the ending. You hear me talk about why I don't like that game. But this game was just, it was bad. But yeah, 2 out of 10 for this game, and I'm never going to touch this game again. I mean, the Spider-Man game was better than this, than one I played days ago before this. The newer Spider-Man game is better. It's fuck. But anyways, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay of this game, and yeah, I will talk to you guys when I start the next game. Peace.